Hello, everyone, and welcome to our webinar today. I'm Bob Henderson, broadcasting from Raleigh, North Carolina, one of the directors of training. We have a great topic for you today, RAB Economy Products and their opportunities. So before we get started, Ben, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Hello, how's everybody doing? My name is Ben Coyle. I'm also in the training group with these two other friends of mine. Been with RAB about 5 years. I went past my 5-year mark a couple days ago. I'm happy to be here with you to help you guys understand a little bit more of RAB and our economy family of products.
And I am Colleen McLaughlin, newly appointed marketing manager. I have been with RAB for 6.5 years and I am based in New Jersey. I will be handling Q&A again today. So if anyone has any questions during the presentation, please feel free to type them into the question box. I will also be running the monthly giveaway. So we are still running our March promo, $100 Amazon gift card. So make sure when you get your follow-up survey today to use code word economy as your your one entry into this month's giveaway. There are 5 total webinars, so 5 chances to win. So make sure you use economy. I will repeat that at the end too in case anyone misses it. But thanks.
Okay, so it's time to get started. So before we get started, actually, I want to talk about this word economy. So I looked this up and did some research on this. And so what does this mean? So what I found was it means a lot of things. So if you say the US economy, it means one thing. If you think about economy from the standpoint of at home, you might think of another. Maybe if you think about economy products, maybe economy lighting products, it might mean something else. So there's really not a really clear definition. That's kind of the wow factor I want to start with to let you know that that's kind of what I ran into. So since I don't have a specific thing to start out with regarding this, what we'd like to do is to start here, and let me just click on this so I can move forward. And so the takeaways for today for our focus as we drill down into this is to define what an economy lighting product is, first of all. And then next is to get this to move forward here. So learn how to evaluate and compare economy lighting products. Now, this is really going to be, I think, a really nice learning experience for all of us because it applies to economy products, but also other products. So we're going to learn how to evaluate and compare. And then also to gain a confidence in knowing when to use a RAB economy product. So these are 3 really powerful takeaways that we're going to talk about today. So first of all, let's go to you and ask you this question regarding economy. So what is an economy lighting product? So you have choices here. So the first choice is a product that is not equal to a standard product. Number 2 is a product with fewer features, is different, and comes at a lower cost. And 3, a product replacement with a lower cost. So Ben is going to, and here it is, put this up here. So if you would vote here, here's the 3 choices that you have. And we're going to, again, drill into this word up front here, this economy, and we're going to start drilling into the lighting economy and lighting economy products. So go ahead and vote. Ben, are they coming in?
Yeah, I'm seeing votes come in. Thank you for participating. It's been about 30 seconds in. I'm seeing quite a few. There's one that's actually winning. That is the most viewed. So or the most selected, I should say.
All right. So as soon as Ben sees that the pace of entries is falling off, he will show us the results here in just a few minutes. So we're anxious to see what everyone has said about this, especially since we know one is winning. Which one is winning? Is it the one that you're selecting or is it another one? So here we go. Look at this. So not equal to a standard product is only 10%. The second one is look like the one that's out front, and that is fewer features, is different, and comes at a lower cost. So that's a little more comprehensive, right? So almost 7 out of 10 of you are saying this. And then The third one at 40%, which is a pretty strong second, is replacement with a lower cost. Okay, so with this, let's take a look at this. And what I want to reveal is actually, it could be, get this going right here. It could be all three, actually. So if you, whichever one you actually checked, you're not wrong, because it really kind of encompasses all of this as far as, or it could be part of all of this. So now let's take a look at this from a standpoint of the lighting industry. So in the US lighting industry, what association does the lighting industry make when they hear the word economy? What do you think of? So here's in our industry, here's the things that I learned that we think of. First of all, first thing out of the box is lower cost. Second thing is tight budget. Third is VE. So with a VE, that's supposed to be an opportunity to reduce cost, but not lower the quality of but some VEs go this way. Value engineering, of course, is what that stands for, and some don't. Now, next is sacrifice something. So when we go to economy, many of us in the lighting industry think, okay, we got to give up something, or maybe lower quality. So I'm going to buy a less expensive product, but I'm not expecting the same quality. And then next is something less than standard. So you just kind of expect that. This is what the general consensus of in the lighting industry in the United States. Now let's drill into RAB. So what does RAB mean when we say economy? What does RAB provide that is an economy product? So first of all, yes, it is at a lower cost. And with this comes fewer options. What do we mean by that? So maybe not as many wattages and associated light outputs, maybe not as many choices in our CCTs. That's what we mean by options. Third is a different warranty. So many of our warranties are going to be a limited warranty. In fact, most all of these will be a limited warranty with an economy product. And then next is possible lower lifetime. Now I say possible. So in most all cases, but not necessarily all, maybe it's 50,000 hours at an L70 instead of 100,000 hours, let's say for a light fixture. However, there may be some economy products where it's a higher than 50, it might even be 100, but the majority is going to be, you're going to have a lower L70 lifetime. And then maintain the good quality. This is where we start to differentiate ourselves from others, is you can count our brand. We make a good product, and so we're only going to go so low. After that, we're not going to go below that line, even if it's an economy product. And so that's what we do. And then the last is the same great support, regardless of whether it's ultra economy, economy, standard, or premium. So we're going to provide the same level of support. So that tells you a little bit more about what RAB does with economy products versus maybe the overall US lighting industry. Now, a way to find out what that summary is, where can you go to, at a glance, get an idea? So here's an example. This is our outdoor product comparison and equivalencies. So you'll see, in addition to having equivalency of products and so forth, you see these ultra economy, economy, and standard. So here's some choices right here that you see associated. This is on RAB Drive. You can download this. It's very easy, and you be nice to have this available to be able to check this to say, where does this fall? Now, it's a good place. And we have that for indoor as well. And speaking for indoor, let's drill into the indoor RAB products, the LED products. And so the first one we're going to look at to show you as an example and make some comparisons here is the Swish. So we offer this in a 2x2, 19 and 29 watts, and it says here up to 3825 lumens. 2x4, the highest lumen output here is a little over 7,000 lumens for the 49 watt. Now, let's look at some differentiators that kind of separate the Swish standard product here. So you have 4 CCTs, the 4 most common, 3,000, 3,500, 4,000, and 5,000. Also, most all the products are premium, and a major feature here with the Swish is 100,000 hours, and it has our 5-year full warranty. Now, in addition to these things, you have the things that are common to both the standard and premium. So you have some that are DLC standard, available for light cloud, damp location, IC rated, you can put insulation on top, Chicago plenum rated, 0 to 10 dimming, and universal voltage. So all of these. Now that we've established our standard product, and then the things that kind of differentiate that, let's go next to our economy product. So again, CRI of 80, same for both. Now we have a 2x2, same wattage, 19 and 29, 2x4 is 29 and 39. However, here we see that the maximum lumens for the 2x2 is 3,300. In parentheses was the Swish. So even though this wattage is the same, then the lumens is not as great. So what your lumens per watt is going to be lower with the economy. And we're going to see this a little bit later. Same type thing below here. So up to 7,050. All right. Same standard features that we talked about earlier down below here. Now, but what separates this economy? So first thing is 2 CCTs. These are the 2 most popular. By far, with this type of a basket fixture, the 3,500 and 4,000 are the most popular. So we don't offer a 3,000 K and we don't offer a 5,000 K. In addition to that, take a look at the hours. So before, it's 100,000 hours. This is 60,000 hours. What's an instance where that might be important? So maybe if you have only a few burn hours per year, maybe a school, maybe you have 3,000 burn hours a year. It's not as important if you have continuous burn hours, 24/7, 365. So 60,000 hours, and that's an L70, which means, of course, the lighting is still burning, still on. It's just that that's where the 30% is depreciated. And this is a 5-year limited warranty. And the major feature differentiator there is it does not include labor. All right, so that you begin to see the difference between the standard and economy. But even with the economy, you still have some great options and some great features. Now, you look at this, you say, well, which one is this? Is this the Swish or is it the Swish 34? Well, you look at them and they're both basket fixtures. It's really hard to tell. So let's compare number of fixtures and see how that comes out. Now, I already gave you a little hint, so you kind of know what's going to happen here, I think. So if you take a look first with a 39 watt, and we're shooting for around 40 foot candles. So here we have 44 foot candles and we have 40 fixtures, okay? Now, calculations are below to support all this. Now, over next, with our next fixture, we have 45 fixtures, and this is the Swish 34, so this is the economy version. Now, notice what we have to maintain that 40 target, and it rounds off to 43 to make everything even, and the number of fixtures fit into the space. So you have a 44 foot candles and 43 foot candles, but notice we need 45 fixtures to do that, 5 more fixtures, which is what you'd expect because it's got a lower lumens per watt. Now let's compare the light distribution. So SC is spacing criteria. So how far can you on center from fixture to fixture, what's the maximum spacing to provide good uniformity? 1.26 versus 1.32, very close, not enough to really worry about very much. Now, if you really want to drill into this, what a lighting practitioner could do to make that comparison is to look at these zonal lumens. So you see this chart right here where you see from, let's just say from 20 to 30 degrees, you have 24.66% of the light coming out. Same thing, you look over here and you look at this, you look at the same percentage, and if you really wanted to get into the weeds, so to speak, and see exactly how that light is coming out, you could do that. However, in most cases, all you want to do is really just look at the spacing criteria. This provides good uniformity, so you have a 5,000 foot view, and then you have a 500 foot view if you want to really get into the details. Continuing on with our summary, and let's summarize this here for this comparison. So we got 40 swish fixtures and 45 swish 34s. So about 40 foot candles, maybe a little bit more. Got about an 18% savings in initial fixture purchase with the Swish 34. Now, what if you didn't do that? What if you did a 1-for-1? So 40 fixtures of the Swish and 40 fixtures of the 34, a 1-for-1 replacement. So this gives an 11% reduction in light output. You may say, you know what? I was a little bit overlighted anyway, or maybe I don't really need this. It's got great distribution. So if you're able to accept that, now look at your savings up front. It's 27% with the purchase of the Swish 34. So you say, okay, it's a slam dunk. I'm gonna go ahead and buy my economy. Well, let's kind of go in the back door and look at a few more things. Be careful here, because now we're going to look at this. Why do you need to look at this? Because this is the rest of the story, as Paul Harvey used to say. So with the Swish, you've got 4 CCTs, you've got DLC, you've got premium, and you've also got 100,000 hours and a 5-year full warranty. Just what we just went over just a few minutes ago. Let's summarize over here with the Swish 34. You've got DLC standard, 60,000 hours, a 5-year limited warranty. You've got 2 CCTs. So yes, I can save money for my project. Does that make sense? So this that we just went through is a really good set of criteria for not only comparing economy with the other choices, but for not just for this fixture, but for other fixtures. So really a good way to really be able to do this. All right, so with this, Ben, I'm going to ask you to come forward and take us on into outdoor, please.
All right, so we have quite a few families, and we don't have enough time to cover every single family that we would like to from an economy standpoint. So I'm not going to be covering area lights. So if you want to learn about the lot blaster, the iBlot, or the ALED, a RAB sales professional would be 100% happy to help you understand the differences between those. What I want to do is I want to focus on a couple of products here on this category in floodlights. Specifically, I want to talk about the X34, the PIP, and I'm going to touch slightly on the FFLED. The Leslie, which is our landscape flood, is also an option. It's not going to be discussed here, and again, that sales professional would be happy to talk to you about the benefits of the Leslie. So starting off with the X34, the X34 has 5 different sizes, 8 light outputs, a lot of different options with the X34. The 3 smaller package sizes that you see there have the swivel arm. The 2 larger package sizes have the slip fitter and the trunnion mount. We have a good range of light output between these, 1600 lumens to 1950. A while ago, we added white to the X34 line, 50,000 hour product, 5-year limited warranty, which doesn't include labor. So what are some limitations? What are some things that the X34 may limit it in its application? It only has a 7x7 beam. It has the widest horizontal, which is the 7H. It has the widest vertical, which is the 7V. You either have 120 or 277 volt choices for the 3 smaller package sizes, where you do have the 120 through 277 for the larger one. 2 color temperatures to choose from that you can see as well as I can on the slide. IP65, the 3 smaller packages are non-dimmable, where the 2 larger packages have 0 to 10 volt dimming. 50,000 hour life, 5-year limited warranty. Now, when we think of the X34, where can it be used? minimal setbacks. So if you have an application where you're trying to light something that is really close, the X34 is a great application for that. Another application that I think is wonderful, what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to hold up my cell phone here, and if you look at my cell phone and I take my cell phone away, there we have our X34 1600 lumen package. It's actually smaller than my cell phone. It's a little bit thicker than my cell phone. So if you need something that has a minimal housing size, a minimal package size, the X34 is a great product to use in those applications where you need something hidden away inside of your landscape. It's economy, so if you have limited funds. What's great also about the X34 is for general purpose applications. When I think of the X34, the perfect application for something like this is, I live here in a suburban town. And if I go out to my main street and I go up and down my main street, all there are homes with maybe one convenience store a little bit farther down. As you head down towards the highway, there is a psychiatrist that has an office down there. It's out of their home, but they have a sign out in front of their home to advertise the fact that they're a psychologist. The X34, something like this, would be the perfect light source to shine up on that person's sign in front of their house, showing the fact that they are running a small business out of their home. Now, other places the X34 can work great. The town that I live in, there's a lot of accounting offices, real estate agents, doctors, dentists. All these mom and pop shops are a great place for this X34 product. Now, we do have some other economy products, the PIP and the PIP XL. This one is available in a swivel arm on the smaller sizes and the slip fitter or the trunnion in the larger sizes. 6 wattages to choose from. The light outputs are similar, not quite as low and not quite as high. You do have white and bronze. 10,000 more hours for the PIP XL with a 5-year limited warranty. The additions that the PIP has over the X34 is you have a 480 volt version, you have a 4000K, 0 to 10 volt dimming is available across the entire product line. You have available to you photo cells, lighting controls like a light cloud controller, bi-level control. You can also have accessories, which are poly shields, barn doors, and grates in front for the PIP XL that the X34 doesn't have. Now, if we go up to the next category, which is the FFLED, what additions does the FFLED have over the PIP? With the PIP having only one distribution and also the X34 having only one distribution, the FF family, except for the FFLED 18, have 3 different distributions. It has a 7x6, 5x5, and a 4x4, with the ability of having the highest wattage, 230 watt FFLED, having 34,000 lumens. So a whole lot more variability with the FFLED, with the FFLED being 100,000 hours and that 5-year full warranty. Now, when we take these guys and we stack them up against each other and do a little photometric analysis of similar products across those 3 families, we have the X34 2500 lumens with the 7x6 and the PIP 20 watt in the very center with a 7x6 distribution, and the FFLED 18 on the right with the 7x6. We can see here that the X34, with the fact that it has a 7x7 distribution, and we can actually see those little gray squares, it's a circle. So the X34 provides a circle, which is actually what that distribution is saying, a 7x7. Now the PIP in the center, we can see there that we see 2 little tins, and we see kind of like a little hourglass shape kind of going on there. It's a 7x6, which means it is tighter in the vertical than it is in the horizontal, and you're going to get more of an oval shape, and we actually see that oval shape. We're only seeing half of one, so this is 2 floodlights, a floodlight on the right and a floodlight on the left. So you'll get an oval distribution. When we look over on the last one, the FFLED, which has a little bit different optics, creates a much more even distribution with the FFLED. Depending upon what you need to do and what the criteria is, the FFLED may need to be the product used to get that even distribution. But if you're just trying to light a business, the X34 is the way to go to light hundreds and hundreds of signs and businesses and facades out there in the market today. The next product that I have for you is we're going to talk about wall packs. Now, we can see there that the Brisk fits into the economy family. I'm not going to talk about that one. Sales professional, more than happy to talk to you about it. I want to talk about the W17, the W34, and the WP1, 2, and 3. So what does the 17? This is a new product for RAB. It has 6 light outputs, 3 package sizes. And as we see between these 3 families, the light outputs between these 3 are about the same. About 3,000 lumens on the low end and 1,500 or 15,000 lumens on the high end. Universal voltage, the W17 has a photocell. It has a low profile. So this guy right here, all 3 package sizes, has a profile off of the wall about 2.5, actually it's less than 2.5 inches, 50,000 hours, 5-year limited warranty. When we look at the W34, same 6 light outputs, high and low light outputs are about the same, 12277 photocell, not that much different. It also has a low profile. I actually happen to have one of the W34s. Now all 3 W34s have the same depth, 4.5 inches, skosh less than 4.5 inches in depth with the W34. So if you look at if you think of the W17, the W17 sitting at about 2.5 inches in depth, and this W34 sitting at 4.5 inches in depth. But it has that traditional look. It has the look, if somebody says, I want it to look like that, and it's some HID light source sitting up there, then you have your nice economy family of products that will match that look. 50,000 hours, 5-year limited warranty. What does the 34 have over the 17? The 34 has a 480 volt version. You can put light cloud on it. It has a microwave occupancy sensor. 0 to 10 volt dimming is standard on all products. W17 is non-dimmable. The W34 is DLC listed. The W17 is not. Same life, same warranty. And when we look at the WP1, 2, and 3, what does it have over the W34? It has 1 more additional light output, 3 same package sizes. It has a 4,000K option, 100,000 hour life, and a 10-year full no compromise warranty, which includes labor. Now these guys are fairly deep. The WP1, 2, 3 is actually 9 inches deep. It's pretty, it has some depth to it compared to the W34 or the W17. So to give you an idea of what they look like, so we have the W17 on the left, the 34, and the WP2 sitting over here on the right. And when Bob and I looked at this and we said, hey, you know what, these look pretty good. I mean, they all work pretty well with each other. The W17 has a little bit of a higher hotspot underneath, a little bit less light on the wall. That's because that's the way that the W17 is designed. The way the W17 is designed is you actually have the light that shines from the top and it shines off of the reflector out. So you're going to have less light on the wall just by the way the light comes out of the fixture. The W34, because you have this little piece down here on both the W34 and the WP1, 2, and 3, you're going to get a little bit more light sitting on the wall with that. And if you actually want the best distribution, the most even distribution, it's the WP1, 2, and 3. It has the lowest maximum spot, or the lowest highest spot. Nice even distribution with the WP1, 2, and 3, whereas the W34 and the W17 will have a little bit brighter spot sitting right underneath those fixtures. So the last product that I want to talk to you about happens to be our lamps. To give you a frame of reference, if you guys have attended any of our webinars in the recent past, you'll have heard us talk about the economy or the contractor series of A19 lamps that we have. 60 watt, 100 watt are the only 2 choices that you have. When you get into the A19 in the standard, there's actually about 5 families with 5 different wattage equivalencies for those. In the 65BR30 world, the economy only has that 65BR30 replacement, Whereas when we talk about our standard, we have a R20, a R20, a BR30, and a BR40 in the standard package size. When we talk about our post hops, we have a post hop economy. It's only available in 5,000K, couple wattages, where when we talk about our standard product line, multiple color temperatures, 3 color temperatures, and 10 different light outputs for the standard post hop. And the last family of economy versus standard that we have is our high bay. So over on the left, we have some high bay products. Now the comparison between these two are quite similar to each other in terms of their options and their availability. The high bay version, economy version, is obviously less expensive, but just because it's less expensive doesn't make you unable to use our smart sensors. That HID lamp down there on the bottom left, the economy HID, still has the ability to have the photo sensor, the microwave sensor, or the passive infrared occupancy sensor installed in it, despite the fact that it still is underneath that economy umbrella. So to reinforce what Bob was talking about earlier in terms of our takeaways and what we want you to get out of this presentation today, we defined what an economy lighting product is. We talked about some comparisons between products to help you evaluate our economy lighting products. And then the last one that we have here is to help you gain confidence in knowing when to use a RAB economy product. And it will really be dictated based upon what the criteria that your customer has. Do they want the full warranty? Is the limited warranty okay? What kind of distribution do they need? What kind of light output do they need? Those are all things that will help you determine potentially which version of economy product that you will need for that specific application. So next week we have a topic that we haven't covered in a while. We haven't covered light cloud in a while, so we're going to be talking about light cloud and the ins and outs of the different devices. What are the capabilities of those devices? What kind of hiccups or roadblocks are put in place sometimes when people don't fully understand how the different light cloud devices work? So that's what we have for you guys next week. This ends the official portion of our webinar,